Okay, so let's dive into this being born dead spiritually. Okay.
Got it.
Wow. So, who set things up this way? Who decided that children were going to be born spiritually dead? Who decided that?
Adam.
God. Adam didn't have a list going, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make children.
Well, the reason why I say Adam did is because Adam was the one that chose to disobey.
Who chose
God.
to put the trees there, though, Dustin?
So I love this question because I literally thought the same thing. And as I was reading your book, I was like, does God want a robot? And can a robot love something? Like, it has to choose.
There. Hold off. It doesn't have to be a robot. Christians like to go to that robot thing, but I think it's different. So if God knows everything, and he knows that putting his trees in the garden is going to cause the fall of man, he knows that. So who is responsible? Obviously, it's going to be the person who put the trees there. Now, he could have done it differently. He could have just kept the garden. They wouldn't be robots. They would just be living their lives without a tree that causes the fall of man. How is that a robot if you just don't put the trees there? How is that a robot?
In a sense, when you think about it, they don't have an option to sin against God.
So why does he need an option to sin? Why does God want to give people an option to sin?
That's his prerogative.
That's not free will. That's just like messing with people.
Well, see, and here's a big thing that I've grown to understand is that spiritually, it's hard for me, like physically, it's hard for me to understand literally everything in the Bible. And I know God's ways are not my ways. And to understand exactly, to really, and honestly, I'm not that smart. I just read the Bible and I understand what it says and I do it best way I can say. So with that, when I think, because I thought the same thing, like, why in the world would God put something that would allow Adam to disobey him? Well, in a sense, the only thing I could really come up with in my brain, and there are probably scholars that do much, theologians that do a much better job, is that God wants us to obey him.